Abby Lyons, and I'm going to show you how to play Granger Danger from the Harry Potter musical. This one has been highly requested on my channel based on the cover that I did a few months ago. If you want to check out the cover before we start, it's right up here in the corner. If you're ready, then accio your ukuleles. Accio ukulele. So first we're going to learn the chords. If you know them, feel free to skip ahead. So our first chord is G. You're going to start with your first finger on the second fret of the third string, your second finger on the second fret of the first string, and your third finger on the third fret of the second string. Now here's G. Our next chord is D add 4. Put your first finger on the second fret of the third string again, and then your second finger right next to it on the second fret of the second string. Now here's D add 4. Our next chord is C5. You can put your third finger on the third fret of the first string, and then your second finger on the third fret of the second string. And here's C5. Our next chord is A minor. You're going to put your second finger on the second fret of the fourth string, and this is A minor. Our next chord is a bar chord. You're going to use your first finger to bar the second fret and put your third finger on the fourth fret of the fourth string, and then you can use this finger to help press down the strings. And here's B minor. Our next chord is good old C. You're going to put your third finger on the third fret of the first string, and here's C. Our next chord is D. You're going to use fingers 1, 2, and 3 and put them on the second fret of strings 4, 3, and 2. And now here is D. Our next chord is A. You're going to put your first finger on the first fret of the third string and your second finger on the second fret of the fourth string, and this is A. Our next chord is C7. Put your first finger on the first fret of the first string, and this is C7. The next chord is G7. You're going to put your first finger on the first fret of the second string, your second finger on the second fret of the third string, and your third finger on the second fret of the first string, and this is G7. We've got 3 more chords to learn. The next one is E minor. You're going to put your first finger on the second fret of the first string, your second finger on the third fret of the second string, and your third finger on the fourth fret of the third string. Here's E minor. And then we've got E minor over D sharp. Keep your first finger where it is, then your third finger is going to go where your second finger was, and then your second finger is going to go on the third fret of the third string. And then our very last chord is C minor. You're going to take your fingers 1, 2, and 3 again and put them on the third fret of strings 3, 2, and 1. And here's C minor. That was a lot of chords, but now we're ready to get started with the song. First, we're going to start with the intro. The strumming pattern is down, 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 up, down, down, up. The first and the third downs are played a little stronger than the other ones. Here's what that sounds like on a G chord slowly. Down, 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 up, down, down, up. So let's look at our chord progression for the intro. We're going to start on G and play a full strumming pattern. Down, 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 up, down, down, up. And then we go to D add 4. Down, 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 up, down, down, up. Then we go to C5, down, 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 up, down, down, up. And then the strumming pattern's a little different. We've got A minor, going to B minor, and then going to C. And here's how it sounds. Down, 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 up, down, down, up. So on A minor, 1 down. On B minor, another down. And then on C, we've got down, up, down, down, up. So let's try the whole intro now, starting with G. So that's the intro, and the verse actually uses the same progression. That's played 2 times for the verse. So here's how that sounds. Here I go into the pre-chorus. We're going to start off using a different strum. We're going to play down, 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 down. So here's how that sounds on A minor. Down, 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 down. At this part, it's getting more intense. So first off, we've got a bar of A minor and B minor. Then we have a bar of C and D. Then that whole thing repeats. A minor, B minor, C to D. Then we're going to start again with A minor and B minor. Then we have a full bar of C. Then a full bar of A. Then we have another C. We're going to do 2 hits. 2, 3, 4. Then 2 bars of C7. Then we go to G. And then G7. So first off with the strumming pattern, we're going to use that down, 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 down. We've got 4 downs on each chord. It sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it repeats A minor, B minor, C, and D. A minor, B minor, and then we're going to go to C, but we're going to go back to our first strumming pattern for a bit. So down, 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 up, down, down, up, A. And then our 2 hits on C, 2, 3, 4, C7. And G. And G7. And then here you can do our down, 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 down again. So here's the whole pre-chorus. It feels like my eyes have been transfigured. Something deep inside has changed. They've been opened wide, but hold the trigger. This could mean into the chorus. We're going to use a slightly different strumming pattern at the beginning, but it's based on the first strumming pattern that we learned. We're going to use down, 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 up. Here's that on C. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up. We start off on C for the chorus. Down, 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 up. Then we go to B minor. Down, 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 up. And then we're going to go to A minor. And we're going to go back to our first strumming pattern for 1 bar. So we've got down, 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 up, down, down, up. And then we're going to use down, 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 down. So we've got down, 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 down. And then we have 1 hit on B minor, down. So here's that again in context and slowly. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. And then we have the repeat, which is going to end slightly different, but it starts the same. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, up. And then we go to C, and we do 2 hits. Down, down. So here's the chorus now with the words so you can hear how it sounds. I'm falling in love, falling in love, falling in love. I think I'm falling in love, falling in love, falling in love with Hermione. And then we're going to go to G. Granger. On the first time that we do this, we're going to go back to that intro. Down, 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 and etc. And then the second time that we do the chorus, we're going to go to the G, but then we're going to go to the G7 and do our down, 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 down strumming pattern again. So here's that with Hermione Granger. And then G7. So now here is the bridge. We're finally going to bring in that E minor chord. We've got 2 bars on E minor. Then we go to 2 bars of the E minor over D sharp. Then 2 bars of G. Then we have 2 bars of A. And then 2 bars of C. We're going to keep using that same strumming pattern. In the second bar of the G, we're going to play 1 hit, then mute the strings. And in the second bar of the C, we can use that down, 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 down strumming pattern again to build up to the last chorus. So here's the whole bridge now. I want to let her know I feel so queasy, but I can't let it show. She laughed, poor Weasley. Come on, run, drink, go. You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. And then we have one last section to learn. It's the outro. After we play the final chorus and we end up with Hermione Granger. Here's where our outro starts. We're going to start with G, then G7, then we have 2 bars of A, and then we have 2 bars of C minor, and then we finally end on G. We're going to use the same strumming pattern. On the very last C chord, we can use that down, 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 down strumming pattern again and slow down. Here's the whole outro. With Hermione Granger. Hermione Granger. With Hermione Granger. And that's it. That's how you play Granger Danger from the Harry Potter musical, written by Darren Criss. Great job if you made it to the end of the tutorial. I know there's a lot of chords and it's also a tricky strumming pattern. So I'm very impressed if you made it to the end. See you next Sunday and have a good week. Bye!